going to be Father Jared Paul from the Spice Isle Imaging Center, and he's going to bring us up to speed and all of the exciting things that's happening at Spice Isle Imaging Center. Certainly, they took the decision a couple of years ago to provide quality local health care, and certainly they continue to do so without any reservation, providing us with top healthcare that meets international standards just the same. So this time I'm going to say good morning to Father Jared Paul. Good morning, Father Paul. How are you?
Morning, Mr. Joseph. How are you?
I am wonderful as always. It's always a pleasure engaging you as we seek to find out, get some of the exciting news as to what's happening in your end of the woods at Spice Isle Imaging Center. I know there's always something exciting, but I know at the top of your mind, the list is a new center that you've opened in the south of the island.
That's right.
Talk to me about that.
First of all, I want to say good morning to your audience. We're happy to greet you with good news again. And with me is Mrs. Julian Gill. She's my executive assistant. So you'll have a word or two on the program as well. So the news is that we have opened a sub-office at Grandance at Ocean House, the clinic Ocean House there. That is opposite Spiceland Mall on the Monrouge Road. So our office is located in that clinic. And I think the reason seems to be obvious, but yet I still would like to say what Spice Isle Imaging Center has done, because the history is important. You would recall that back then, many of the services that we offered in radiology and so on, scans, CT scans, and MRIs and so on, were not available in Grenada. You had to go to Barbados or to the United States to access those services. And at the time, what was in the mind, the vision of Dominic Paul, the founder of Spice Isle Imaging Center, was that the idea of bringing health to people and making it affordable, because if it's not near you, it becomes very expensive to access. And we have continued that vision. A couple of years ago, I think it's almost 3 years now, we opened at Grenville Center, and now we are in Grandance. In Grandance, what we are doing basically there is laboratory services we are offering there. We are offering the full range of laboratory services that we offer here at the Carnage or at Grenville, because in fact, we offer the widest range of laboratory tests on island. And so we are offering Grandance because, the world has changed. I remember the days when you could have overtaken a vehicle on the Grandance Road. That is not possible now. The traffic is so heavy and it's so difficult to move. I mean, look what is happening this morning. You are interviewing me from my office. You're interviewing us from our office here. We do not have to fight the traffic around the Carnage to get to you. And that's precisely what we're trying to do, what we are offering at Grandance. People are living at Grandance. The population density is pretty heavy there. We have the work load there in terms of people who go to work at Grandance. So that's why we have gone to Grandance, so that people needing the services during the course of their work, during the course of their morning, they have many other chores to take care of. They don't have to come all the way into St. George's to access the services. As I say that, I just called to mind now the importance of the Grenville office came up again during the time of the lockdown, when people were given 3 days and so on to go out to do their medicals or whatever. And people really visited the Grenville office because transportation became a real challenge. If you did not have your vehicle to travel yourself, private transportation, buses were not available. So the idea of meeting people where they are continues to be one of our priorities.
And of course, you continue to boast of not just providing service, any type of service, but professional healthcare service that meets international standards as well.
Yes, that's our goal, and it's a work in progress all the time, because standards, in fact, around the globe, standards are improving day after day. In Grenada, we tend to have an attitude that this is Grenada, so anything works, and even people coming from overseas, expatriates and so on, or visitors, they tend to think, well, we are in a third world country, our expectations are not that high. And that's not what we are offering. We are offering, our work in progress is to offer the high standard, so that there is nothing like I come to Grenada and I expect a lower standard, and I'm in the United States, I expect a different standard. So for example, at Grandance, we're offering there as well the 24-hour turnaround service, so that you don't have to wait 2 or 3 days because it's Grandance. Throughout our centers here and now at Grandance, we are offering a 24-hour. So if you did a blood test in the morning, or you came into our office to have your blood drawn or your samples drawn at 10 o'clock, by 10 o'clock the next morning, you can collect your results. And you don't have to physically come to collect your results, but it can be emailed. And whatever is available, whether it is the internet, the electronic world, whatever is available to improve services, use it.
Certainly embracing technology, and that is not an aspect of the business that can be compromised. It is what it is. Do you get a sense, Father Paul, while we at it, because then I wanted to be going to share some words with your assistant, but do you get a sense that something people do not understand, the investment that is made in providing good healthcare, and those investments, sometimes the reality is, in turn, can cause those services to come with quite a hefty price?
Yes. Well, the reality is that healthcare services and the cost of healthcare services throughout the globe is very high. Anywhere, Grenada is no exception. Sometimes people come into the center and cry out at the price, and that's because they don't know what the price is elsewhere. They don't know, for example, in Grenada, when you do a CT scan and it's $800, and they cry out and say, my God, $800. And they don't realize that same scan in the United States would cost them $2,000 or $3,000 US, So, and that's precisely why the healthcare services, not just in Grenada, but throughout the world, have serious challenges, and in many instances are in crisis. I mean, you look at the big United States. Real problems when it comes to healthcare, and working people are not able to access healthcare services simply because of the cost, and people have to be insured and so on, because they can't meet the cost from their pockets. They can't meet the cost from just the fact that they are employed, and then many persons again can't afford insurance, or the insurance that they afford is not able to give them the total health care that they need, and so on. So it's really a big investment on the part of healthcare services providers, and we need to appreciate that our health is most important to all of us, and the fact that it's being brought at our doorsteps is something that I believe people do welcome and do appreciate.
One of the elements that makes healthcare so expensive is that the ever-increasing technology. The technology is available today. Tomorrow it becomes obsolete. And in order to maintain your high quality, you always have to be on the market, updating equipments, updating standards and procedures.
That is so true. That is quite true. And the challenge that we have in Grenada, especially for some of the services that we provide, is the cost of updating equipment. Remember here in Grenada, a facility like us, let's say we do, for example, I'm just giving a figure. If we do, for example, 10 scans per day, or scans, 50 scans per day. Now, 50 scans when he was working at hospitals in Brooklyn, in the area. Now, you think about that, just one person doing 40 scans per day. You have several machines around that hospital. I mean, the picture here is quite different in the sense that you have quite a huge population to cater to. And so the number of persons that come in any one day is able to defray your costs. But we consider Grenada where people actually need the service. The population is already small, and people in fact need the service, and very often they're not able to afford the services. Then you look at the very tall order, the challenge that you have put forward there, where equipment has to be upgraded and improved and so on, and at the same time, you're not making that kind of money to keep up with the technology. So it's a real struggle. But we are into it for the sake of why we are into it. We have a mission, we have a vision. We want to provide healthcare at its best here in Grenada at international standards. And so we keep the struggle on to make sure that we do our very best in providing the best that is available.
In providing the best, it's not just on the technological end, but it also is ensuring that you have the best in resource personnel on the ground. And I guess that's where you've tapped into the resources of my dear friend, Lady Sylvester, who I've not seen in quite a while. Welcome to the team. I'm giving the opportunity now, Father Paul, to talk to us about her role and how, of course, she being part of the Spice Cell Imaging family.
Yes, Mrs. Sylvester Gill is a very welcome addition to our team. He has tremendous experience already in the area of health. As you know, she was the association right here in Grenada for many years, and that is really at the heart of providing healthcare services. And plus, she has a lot of other aspects of her background that offers a lot of richness to the organization. I mean, her services for many years, so she's very rooted in terms of her ability to connect with people, or rich in terms of the people that we need to connect with. And so she does have a lot to offer to us. In fact, she has been offering a lot to us for the last 6 months or so.
Well, Ms. Gill, of course, thank you and for accepting the offer to be part of the Hills and the Spice Cell Imaging family. Let me just throw one at you, because I'm agreeing with Father Paul that you come with an extensive background, and of course, I think you're almost well known by the Grenadian family. But give us your own assessment as to the commitment that Spice Cell Imaging has to healthcare, and you being part of the team. Where do you see the future of the services that you offer down there going?
Thank you, Cadore, for having me on the program. From the time I joined the family at Spice Cell Imaging Center, the reason why I chose to
I think
join them.
you have to. We need to adjust your camera a bit because I'm not seeing you.
You're not seeing me.
There you are. Great.
There I am. Yes. As I was saying, from the reason why I chose to join Spice Imaging Center is for the very fact that proper healthcare service to the people of Grenada is what really was incentive in my decision making. I wanted to be part of the team. I saw that I was able to add and come together to ensure that all our people have access to professional, effective, to the best healthcare that could be provided. As part of the team, I work along with the lab. I work along with Father Paul in terms of administration and helping in looking at our policies. As you said, every day the world is changing. You're looking at health policies. Right now, the lab is in the process of we're going towards full accreditation. That's something that we're looking to do to ensure that we're not just going to be the local lab, but persons from away. We have persons who come to Grenada who need healthcare services. Their physicians abroad who want to ensure that they're getting the services from an accredited facility, and that's where we're moving towards as well. So I see myself as being able to contribute towards that process. And the future for Spice is always bright. It's going to be continue to brighten every corner. We're in Grenville, we're now in Grand Anse. We're seeing that more and more physicians are popping up in the Grand Anse area to the south of the island. Father Paul spoke about the traffic and the congestion. We have more workers down there. You have big companies like the mall who have, quite huge staff memberships, and to be able to provide a service to them whereby they can just zip across, have their phlebotomy done, have their lab work done, and get back to work is only going to be better for Grenada on a whole, increasing productivity.
Well, thank you for that. Unfortunately, I have to leave it because I've already stole 10 minutes off of my other guests that's waiting online for me. But I know Father Paul and Ms. Giller, this is a conversation regarding the work that's being done at Spice Imaging. It's a conversation that we are going to continue to have, no doubt.
Sure. And thanks very much for the opportunity. And we want to thank you, listening public, for being with us, because there's no point having a service that we want to provide and that the people are not aware of it. So once again, I just to remind our listeners, we are now located at Ocean House. Ocean House is a clinic that's been operating on the Monrouge Road opposite the Spiceland Mall for many years now. We are located in that building, and you can access your laboratory services. All of the laboratory services that you access here and on the Carnage, you can access it there as well. And we're very happy to have you come across there, as we say, make it quite easy for you, those of you in the Grand Anse area. Forget about the hassle and the difficulty of finding parking along the Monrouge Road there. You usually find quite easy parking there. Find us there.
Great, thank you very much. Great news there coming from the folks at Spice Isle Imaging Center. They've opened a new outlet on the south of the island that provides you, of course, the same quality service as they do in the main outlet on the Carnage and in Grenville. Thank you, Father Paul, and thank you, Mrs. Gill. Sylvester Gill. I just needed to get the order of the names right in my head. All the best, Father Paul. We definitely will be in touch. You know, I'm always just a phone call away, so that we can keep the conversation updated, and of course update Grenada and what you are doing in your neck of the woods as it relates to providing top class healthcare service. All the best to you and the team down there.
Thank you, my brother. Have a great day.
All the best. 20 minutes on to the hour. We take a very, 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 very quick commercial break. I probably may not even need it. I'm not sure if my technical guy is ready to go with me. But either way, we'll take a quick commercial break, Timon. Very quick, 30 seconds, and I'll be right back with you.
Remember, if you have flu symptoms, do the right thing and stay at home to avoid giving it to others. Remember, you can be infectious up to a week after developing symptoms, so rest up and take it easy.
The exciting stuff about what's happening down there at the Whammer's house. Chris, good morning to you. Good morning to Miss Duncan. It's another great day to be alive and to be shopping at the Whammer's house, isn't it?
Yes,
Good
it is.
morning,
It is. Good morning.
The last couple of weeks, we've been talking about all of the new brand, your Yato brand. It is.
Yes.
And all the different lines that you offer, the product itself, accessories to the product. What exciting news do you have for us today?
Okay, so basically we are still continuing with our Yato brand, right? So this is our final week, right? So what happened? Seeing this is the final week, we have made increase our discount.
Great.
Yeah, from 7.5%
10%.
to 10%. Yeah, so this is the final week. So guys, you need to come down to the Wyman's house and grab this deal, right? Because trust me, things are going very, very fast off the shelf. We have to say thank you for our customers as well who would have purchased the Yato brand, right? And as I said, they actually call and give us a good feedback and say, "Yo, this brand is very good. It's strong. It's easy to handle. It's very good."
Well, no doubt, we've gotten used to the brand. Again, just remind us of some of the products that fall under the Yato brand. I know you have drills, grinders,
Yes.
a whole suite of products.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. So as I said, we have the drills and different the accessories as well. To go with all these the power tools, right? We have the accessories for them and screwdrivers and a large range of different items. So basically, what we are doing today actually is our tool sets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take us through it.
All right. So let's go. Okay. All right, so basically, this is one of the most well-prepared tool set you can see right here, Joe. Right? So this is basically for your electrical tool set. Right? So you can see the different items you have here. This is basically an all-in-one for your electrical purpose.
Right.
Right? So you see, you have your meters. You have your electrical tape, you have your soldering stuff, right? You have your testers here. It's a very well prepared electrical set.
So, and I'm assuming that the set, of course, would include all of the basic tools that a workman will need for any basic trade, any basic work job at any time. Okay. Yes. So you have
Right. So it's actually 68 pieces in this tool set.
And that's sold at what price?
That sold at $474.90.
For 68 pieces. Okay.
Yeah, for 68 pieces.
Okay.
/10% discount.
Yeah.
And then there is a 10% discount on top of that.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Right.
Yes. So as we move along, Ms. Duncan.
Okay, this is a ratchet tool set with drill, and as you can see, it consists of different socket sizes. This is very good for mechanics.
Okay.
And also we have a 25-piece set, with different size sockets and angle and stuff like that.
And all of these are they're all part of the Yato brand?
Yeah, definitely. They're all part of the Yato brand.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yes. And also, Joe, I know definitely you will like this one, right? I know past tense, you know, I heard that you was a engineer and stuff, right?
Yeah, but what do you mean past tense?
Yeah, you
What?
used to be an engineer, a mechanic engineer.
I wouldn't argue with you. That's what you've heard. That's what you've heard.
Okay. All right. All right. So we have this tool set here, right? So this is our Yato socket set,
Right.
It's from quarter to half inch, right? This is a 72 piece, right? Set. Now, as you can see, you have all the different types of sockets here. You have our open and close. And as you can see, we have our bar here, our handlebar, power bar.
Right.
We have our hacksaw, Allen key, you know, our different wrench handles, right? So this is also well prepared, right? So if you're doing your engineering, your mechanic, you know, this is very good for you. We have our screwdrivers here. These are well prepared. I know you will come and get this, definitely.
I know you pride yourself on being I've offered excellent pricing for your tools, and I'm assuming, can you do a comparison for us in terms of the cost that you have at the YMS house and what generally a set of that quality, the price that it would go for on the general market?
On the general market, well, basically we deal with quality. We deal with quality products.
Right.
Right. So this is basically for the UK market, right? So this is a UK brand, right? So it's very hard to compare, right?
Right.
The quality we have towards other people, but it's quite affordable as well.
But what is it you guaranteeing it is top class quality?
Yes. Yeah, it's touch that quality.
Okay.
Otherwise, the wireman says won't stand by his motto.
And remind us what that motto is again.
Right, quality electrical products at its best.
Quality electrical products at its best, and so of course these are complete sets. All you have to do is just walk in, you apply your 10% discount to it, and you walk out.
Yeah, definitely. Right. So as we go along, Joe.
Right. This is a router bit set. It consists of 35 pieces. Right. This is good for joiners who would like to design numbers and stuff like that.
Great.
Yeah. So Joe, so as I said, right, this kind of design you have on your counters, right? Some the shelving as well. This is what actually does the work.
And you've seen some that is really, really, really artistic.
Yeah. Definitely. All right.
So if somebody enjoying they're looking for those bits and pieces. All you have to do, Grenada, is make your way down to the YMS house, and now you're getting an additional 10%. You did not tell us though how long is that 10% extended for?
Well, as I said, this is the last week, right? So this is the last week, and the sale is going pretty well. So let's say, hey, the last week, let's go out.
Right.
Let's increase the discount, and trust me, as I said, it's going very, very well. So
we catered for the electricians, the mechanics, the joiners.
Yes, definitely, and also, as I said, we're still working with the engineers as well, right? So basically, Joe, right, what you're seeing here, right? This is a dibs set. Right?
A dibs set?
Yeah. So basically, this is actually to make treadings, like if you have your nuts and bolts.
Oh, okay.
Right. Now, as you can see here, right. So basically, I just made a nut.
Easy does it.
Right. So you can also make the bolt as well.
Okay, nice.
Yes, so you can actually make it, right? So we have all the different tips here.
Uh-huh.
Right. You have all the different tips right here.
So I'm getting the sense that if I need nuts and bolts, I can actually I can make them myself.
You can make it yourself.
Wow, okay. I mean, you said make it yourself, and Janelle, your girl Janelle, just walked into the studio, and she seemed to have this overwhelming sense of appreciation for what's happening there. I mean, I'm not really quite sure she has a clue, but I mean, then again, who am I to really to make too much a comment on that, though, Chris? So tell me, so that's the tools. What if you have somebody that's just missing? I've already purchased the tools, a set, but I'm probably just missing a few parts of it. I mean, I've lost it over the years. I don't necessarily want to purchase a complete toolkit. I can just buy the single part. I can just buy the part that I'm missing, can't I?
No, we don't have the single units as yet. I guess as much that is something that we can actually look into.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then again, given that it's a new product line that is on the market, but certainly as time progresses, you'll be able to first. But outside of the Yato brand, I know you're pushing Yato. You do is that the only brand, the only sets that you've got?
Not really. We have a different large range. If you're talking like your lights and stuff, you know, we have brands in that as well. If you're looking for like outlets, we have different good quality brands in your outlets and stuff, right? So we have a different large range of brands in our store.
Certainly, you pride you pride yourself on providing quality service, quality products, and
Definitely.
no doubt. So that the 10% is extended until the end of the week, which takes us almost to the end of the month, and we can only assume as we head into July that there's only going to continue to be more exciting offerings by the Wireman's House.
Yes. So as we continue, right, we almost finished, right? And then we have a nice surprise that when customers come in, you know, they can actually get a chance to do something, right? But we didn't reach to that part as yet, right? So, Ms. Duncan?
Yes. So this is the hydraulic, and this is mainly for crimping different grades of cable, whether single or armor.
Right. So as Ms. Duncan said, right? So this is a hydraulic crimper.
Right.
Right. Now this is basically for crimping. So this is a crimp here, right? So what will happen? Right? So the crimper goes into the cable. The hydraulic goes in, and it will crimp the cable and seal it and hold it. Right? So once that cable crimp, right, the only way that the cable can actually come out of the crimp is if you cut it off.
Only if you cut it off. You talked about what the customers can get. All of a sudden, I keep getting excited. Well, because I'm also keeping my eyes on the clock as well, and I'm getting excited for those customers. What can they win? What is it that you have in store for them?
Well, you really want to run? I know you want to come down, eh?
Well, I want to come down, but for me to come down, I have to get out of the studio first.
Yeah, well, that's we get in there, right? We have four more items, right?
The truth is, Chris, I know I owe you some time, but we will not be able to go through the focus. I have about 8 minutes on my clock, and I have to be out in just a bit.
Mm-hmm. All right. So okay. So we're speeding up. Okay. So we have our Yato air drill. Right. We have our Yato air drill, as you can see here.
Right.
Right. So also we have our Yato impact wrench air. Right. So this is basically you'll get it for changing your tires as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Right. So if you're looking for a glue gun, we have glue guns available, huh?
Just name it. It's available at the Wireman's House.
Yes. And also we have our jumper. or jumper pack,
Right.
right? So you see, you might say this is a cell phone, right? You see, it's small as my hand, right? So Joe, so to tell Janelle that if the car cannot start, come to the wireman's house, right? Or you could give her a lift, or somebody could give her a lift, and we can give her a jumper pack.
And it's a mini size, I can see.
Yeah, it's a mini size, right? So we have all the different components here, right? We have
Right.
your negative, positive, and also Joe, right? You can use it as a phone charger, a laptop charger, right? So we have all the different stuff here.
That's quite a decent utility piece to have around the house. Chris, I have about 2 minutes because I have to run out of the studio because I have to
All right.
make a way for the midday edition.
All right, so but we can make this part of the news too. So,
Okay, Mrs.
Right.
Campbell.
all right. So Joe, all right. So when customer comes into the wireman store and they purchase any of our Yato brand selection,
Uh-huh.
right? The power tools, the
Accessories.
accessories, the sets and stuff, right? You can actually
Spin the wheel.
spin the wheel.
Nice.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, and win some fabulous prizes and gifts as well.
So all they have to do, make their way to the wireman's house, spin the wheel, and the prices, the excitement. Is that just for this week with a 10%, or that's going forward?
No, this week, 10%.
10%.
Oh, so okay, so the spin the wheel is just for this week, along with the
Yeah.
10%. It sounds like a million reasons as to why you should go to the wireman's house. You get to the 10%, and on top of that, you get a chance to win yourself some fabulous gifts.
Yes,
Definitely.
Okay. We're gonna. What I'm suggesting you can do now. Send me some tips though, because I know I owe you about 10 minutes, but I do have to run. What I can do though for you, send me a list of all the lot of the items that you have, and of course tomorrow when I'm on, I can always continue to promote it for you, because I know I owe you about 10 minutes. I owe you about 10 minutes. But I have to leave you now, Chris, because I have to make way for the midday edition. It's just about 3 minutes on to the hour. But again, reminding you folks, 10% discount at the Wireman's House, the Yato brand, and you get a chance to also spin the wheel and win yourself a whole lot of items down there at the Wireman's House. Thanks to Chris, and thanks to, of course, Miss Duncan. All you got to do, make your way down to the Wireman's House, spin the wheel, spend yourself, get some high quality products, and on top of the 10%, you get a chance to spin the wheel. The midday edition comes up at the top of the hour and will be presented by Joseph McKee Smith. We certainly say it was a pleasure being here with you. I'm Joseph Cadore. So long, everybody, and of course, continue, of course, to live life and love life. Enjoy lunch, whatever it is, just enjoy it. And certainly, the midday edition, as I said, it comes up in just under 2 minutes. The good Lord's willing, I'll be back with you tomorrow. So long, everybody. Have a great one. Goodbye, of course, to those of you that's on television. We go back to your regular programming, and the midday edition comes up on Classic and at Hot 98 Radio.